Today, we're going to talk about something that sounds, well, kind of simple, but is actually a total game changer: developing a routine. I know, but trust me, this is about so much more than just a schedule. It's about how you build a truly meaningful life. So let me start by asking you something, and be honest. Did you make your bed this morning? I'm serious. It sounds so small, maybe even a little pointless, right? But stick with me here, because that tiny, seemingly trivial action, well, it's the key to unlocking something so much bigger.
So what is the big deal with making the bed? It's simple, really. It becomes your very first accomplishment of the day. It's a small victory, a little pocket of order that you've created for yourself before the world starts throwing all its chaos at you.
And that is how this one tiny act connects to a massive idea. See, nobody is just born with discipline. It's something you have to build day by day, and routines are how you do it. Think of it like this: every small act of self-control is like a rep at the gym for your willpower. It just makes you stronger for when you have to tackle the really big goals. Okay, so how do we actually start building this foundation? Well, it all begins with simple, physical actions that anchor your day. And listen, we are not talking about some crazy, complicated, hour-long ritual that you're going to give up on in a week. The real key here is just consistency. It can be super straightforward. You start the day by bringing order to your physical space. Then you take care of yourself. Maybe you jot down a few thoughts in a notebook, just to clear your head. And finally, you connect with a bigger sense of purpose, whether that's through prayer or just a moment of quiet meditation. See, these are the basic building blocks. We're essentially building from the outside in. Once you've got that physical routine down, even a really simple one, it becomes so much easier to turn your attention inward and cultivate your inner world, all the spiritual and philosophical parts that make you who you are. And this is a really big deal in our world today, right? It's about the choice between mindlessly consuming the often corrosive stuff we see on social media or actively engaging your mind through learning. Your mind, just like your body, needs real substance and moments of reflection to grow. And that means you have to intentionally step away from all the noise. And none of this is some radical new idea. People have been wrestling with how to live a good life for thousands of years. And sometimes the most powerful advice comes from looking back at that ancient wisdom. The Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius just captured this perfectly. He basically said, don't get overwhelmed by some enormous vision for your entire life. Just focus on the single action right in front of you, do it well, then move to the next. Your grand plan is really just the sum of all those well-executed moments. Now, this is where it all comes together. This discipline, this routine, it isn't just about your own personal success. It has an impact that ripples outward, from you to the entire world around you. And this is the core takeaway here. If we want a more harmonious, a more peaceful world, the work doesn't start in government buildings or on battlefields. It starts inside each of us. When you strive to become a more peaceful, disciplined, and self-aware person, you are, in a very real way, contributing to a better world. And that brings us to the end. The theory is simple, but putting it into practice, well, that's everything. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What will be the first simple step in your new routine? Maybe it's making your bed tomorrow morning.